May 8, 2020 marks the 28th anniversary of the unique operation by the Artsakh Defense Army and Armenian volunteer detachments for the liberation of Karabakh's strategic town of Shushi from Azerbaijani armed forces. The liberation of Shushi was a crucial phase in the Nagorno-Karabakh War. Shushi had turned into an Azerbaijani military base during this war that was unleashed by Azerbaijan. The Armenian side had 57 losses during this military operation, whereas the Azerbaijani army suffered between 250 to 300 casualties. To note, Armenia's Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan will head to Artsakh on Saturday to take part in the May 9 events. The Armenian people celebrate the triple holiday on May the 9th, the victory in the Great Patriotic War, the liberation of Shushi, and the anniversary of the establishment of the Artsakh Defense Army. As of Friday 11 a.m., 3,029 COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in Armenia, with 1,218 recoveries and 43 deaths. Also, 1,758 novel coronavirus patients are currently undergoing treatment. In total, 29,205 tests have been completed. Thus, there are 145 new cases and 33 recoveries. Regarding the latest case of death, the 48-year-old female patient had a pre-existing chronic disease. In addition, one death was registered Thursday when the patient had tested positive for COVID-19, but the cause of death was another disease. The total of such deaths is 10. Later on Thursday, the Artsakh Health Ministry reported that another 2 citizens have tested positive. Now Artsakh has a total of 10 confirmed coronavirus cases and 6 patients have already recovered. Armenia's Defense Minister David Tonoyan noted that nearly 24 servicemen have tested positive for COVID-19. According to him, there are also those isolated in the army. The situation in Parliament heated up during the speech of Edmond Marukyan, chair of the opposition Bright Armenia Party and head of its parliamentary faction, and the fists were raised. The fight occurred between him and the My Step ruling bloc MP Sasun Mikhailyan. Later, the Bright Armenia faction left the session in protest. Marukyan noted that both they and the My Step MPs were accountable for this incident. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan in turn noted that what happened in Parliament was their biggest defeat since the revolution. He noted that all this was connected with the law on the confiscation of illegal property and various criminal cases. In the meantime, the Prosecutor General's Office of Armenia has begun studying the incident. Armenia's ex-president Robert Kocharyan's attorneys have motioned to release him on a personal guarantee during the first trial after an almost 2-month break. Former Prime Ministers of Armenia Vazgen Manukyan, Khosrow Hartunyan, Karen Garabetyan, and the former Prime Minister of Artsakh, Anushavan Danielyan, have vouched for Kocharyan. Each of the guarantors is required to pay 500,000 drams. If the defendant does not show proper behavior while in freedom, the money shall not be returned. The guarantors have signed copies of the protocol and left the trial. Robert Kocharyan's attorney submitted a second motion, dated March 24th, when a state of emergency was already declared in the country. The defense seeks to amend or cancel the preventive measure amid the COVID-19 pandemic. He noted that European structures unequivocally declared the need to release, if possible, those arrested and imprisoned in connection with the pandemic, in particular those at the risk group.